Live look outside in downtown Fayetteville. It is 10:14 on the Saturday night, and it's this late out, and it's probably still hot out there, Noah.
That's right, Lauren. You know we're in a heat wave when it feels like temperature feels like 100, like it does in Van Buren right now. It's 10:14 p.m. We should be a little bit cooler out there for a lot of folks. It feels like 98 in Fort Smith. Even in Bentonville, look at that. It feels like 97 still, at least Fayetteville. We're feeling like the upper 80s, but still, it's going to be very hot. Not just, tomorrow, but over the next few days. As a result, we're in a weather impact alert, more so for the river valley because we could see those heat index values exceed that 110 threshold. And that's when you start to get a little on the dangerous, kind of excessive side. So we're going to be watching those dangerous feels-like temperatures. And as we get those feels-like temperatures of 110, a little bit hotter than that, people can be a bit more susceptible to some heat illness. So that's kind of another reason why that we should be staying hydrated, avoiding maybe prolonged, strenuous outdoor activity out there, especially during the peak heating of the afternoon hours. In fact, you'll notice that it's going to be a bit warmer in northwest Arkansas tomorrow, and we even start out on the muggy, mild side, 77 at 7 in the morning. Already by, say, 10, 11 in the morning, we're up to 90, and we can expect those temperatures to really warm up into the upper 90s by tomorrow afternoon, 3, 4, 5, 6 p.m. We'll hold up just a slight 10% chance mainly for the higher terrain. Everyone else has nothing to worry about. It's just going to be a hot, humid one. That's what everyone sees out there in terms of the temperatures. For the river valley, we're looking at over 100 for just the air temperature. Mostly sunny. A few clouds start to build in later in the day, but overall, I think it's going to be a mostly sunny Sunday on tap for a lot of folks. And even see by 7 p.m., it's 99 degrees. Now, our heat index, it's already going to be apparent by as early as 9, 10 in the morning as that sun is going to start to heat up the ground. The humidity is going to be with us as well. And we're going to be feeling like those middle 90s in northwest Arkansas just at 10 in the morning, and then feeling like the mid to upper 90s across the river valley. Watch what happens just after lunchtime. Of course, it's getting hotter out there, feeling between 105 and 110 for portions of the river valley here, and then in northwest Arkansas, feeling between 100 and 105, and then it just gets worse in the afternoon, feeling close to 110 in a lot of areas in the river valley. And I wouldn't be surprised if we exceed that 110 threshold in the river valley. I think northwest Arkansas, right around 105 to just above that. I mean, regardless, it's just going to be a very hot forecast, not just tomorrow, Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The humidity is going to fluctuate a little bit. I think it probably comes down just a hair on Monday, but our air temperature probably comes up a hair as well. And so we're still up with the heat index near 110 in the river valley, about 106 in northwest Arkansas. Then Tuesday, things creep up in terms of the heat index, feels like temperature, feeling like 113 Tuesday, 107 northwest Arkansas. Kind of a similar story Wednesday. And then things start to come down just a little bit, at least on Thursday. Regardless, it's still going to be a hot one toward the end of the week. But here's the reason why. We got that big heat dome that we've talked about like 50 times the last week. It's still pretty much almost right on top of us, or maybe a little bit to our west. It's actually going to start to retreat a little bit to the southwest as we get closer to midweek. And the heat also starts to retreat a little bit southwest. So at the very minimum, I expect temperatures to come down just a smidge toward the end of the week. That also opens up a door for some northwest flow. And sometimes we get little ripples of energy that can provide some shower and storm chances in this little northwest flow. And so I've introduced some small rain chances into the forecast as a result. And you can kind of see that in the 10-day forecast where we're looking into the upper 90s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's when things come down just a little bit. That's still hot though, mid 90s. And then there's those small rain and storm chances. And then looks like lower 90s, probably looking more likely heading into next weekend. So at least we'll take that. But it's just going to be a hot forecast the next few days. And that's why they're in that weather impact alert for the river valley between now and all the way through Wednesday. Just be mindful of that. Stay cool out there. Take care of yourselves. Looks like things come down a little bit of the next 7 days, but it's still going to be hot with those middle to upper 90s still forecasted.
You don't know what you have until it's gone. It actually felt pretty good out there yesterday compared to today.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I was warning people. I was like, look, yesterday we'll take it, then just wait till tomorrow. And gosh, we all felt it outside and just immediately start sweating.
And then it gets to the point where it's dangerous these next few days too.
That's right. Yeah. So just be mindful of that. Again, it's not the sky's falling. We get this every year pretty much.
Right.
But just be mindful of the heat out there.
Yeah, we're used to it here.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Noah.